Hello everybody, I am Zombie and today we're going to be making a bank. As you can see, we have many riches in our small village and we need an area to put them all. And luckily, there are such things as banks. So hopefully you will be inspired by my design. We have a plot of land over here. And hopefully we can make something cool out of this. Now I am excited today because I've never made a bank in Minecraft. And I do believe that we can find something interesting that fits in just right with the rest of our town. And I really hope you guys get inspired and think about how you can implement this into your own world. Or maybe just be creative in a different game. Hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get started. So, like the greedy goblin I am, I picked up my treasures. Well, technically the town's treasures, but you know me. So, we're just going to be picking these up and making sure we don't lose any of them. And maybe at the end, taking a shower of money. Because man, I worked hard to get these and I'm happy we can make something out of it. So let's do that. First things first is placing down our chest monster ahead of time and our bed. And that was just to keep everything nice and tidy. Now it's for the fun part of turning into a transformer and becoming a bulldozer and all the other tools you'll need to mow down an entire hill and then replant the grass, but first you had to remove the stone. So yeah, I became a bulldozer and other sort of heavy equipment to destroy this beautiful land for our beautiful bank. Now that we have all that sorted out, we can finally get to building. And we're going to start with the stairs and kind of the lower level. We're going to kind of want this bank off the ground. It's going to be kind of an older model bank. It just seems like it would fit in with my small and wacky town. So that's what we're going to do. And we first have to, of course, start out with the basic materials, and we'll add the texturing later on once we have actually gotten everything down and find the shape we really can resonate with, you know? And we are using some of this stone and some of the brick and also quartz. Of course, we haven't gotten the brick down yet, but that's what I'm planning on using. First, you got to get the foundation nice and sturdy. And, you know, quartz is really expensive, even for a small-time miner like me. It's like, yes, it's a lot of mining in the nether, and I'm pretty good at dying in the nether, so, yeah. Hey, it's gonna be worth the look, though. So we're getting everything down in just the basics. Now she's looking beautiful, I must say so myself. Now I'm no architect, but I can vouch for this. This is one masterpiece I will be proud of. But of course, we could always change it a little here and there later on in the builder process. Just for now, though, it is looking promising. And when I say promising, I mean promising. And, you know, I can't wait to see the end product. And I hope you guys enjoy this and maybe you can get some inspiration. Now, getting that texturing down is a key process when making these type of builds with solid colors like the bricks and whatnot. Just to mix it up a little and give it a bit more texture and life into that lifeless building by showing maybe a bit of wear and tear, you know? Now I pace back and forth a few times here and there to see if there's anything I really want to change. And to be honest, it looks pretty fine. So we're just going to go up a layer and we're going to pretty much layer it from here because everything I could do from the ground, but the rest will have to be layering and texturing as I go one layer by one layer by one layer until I reach the height I want, which is right next to the column's height. Now, I'm curious, how many of you actually put in the time and layer the buildings yourself and kind of texture them? I'm wondering if you guys put in the effort or just like the building as it is with a solid color. I wonder if that's just my perspective. Now, every great building has to have a roof. Well, scratch that. Quite a few nice buildings don't have roofs, but this one does, okay? This one does. Maybe not all of them, this one does. But yeah, I'm going to have a slow and low incline. Just get that roof nice and kind of fitting in with that Roman architecture once again. Similar with the columns, but it's a bit different because it's it's no quartz, but it's still kind of trying to mimic that feel. And I don't know about you guys, but doing these recordings are just so fun because I get to re-see myself from a distance and then kind of voice out what I'm thinking, because it's just so soothing just placing those blocks and making something out of them, just like this roof. Now that we are finishing up the roof though, we do have to go to the, well, not have to, but I want to texture those sides a bit more and giving them a bit more depth by adding some columns and filling in that the roof just a block deep inwards, just to give that just a 3-block depth. You have the roof, and then you have the pillars, and then you have the inner block, which just looks so nice. Now, I ran out of stone brick blocks, but I did have stairs, so I did use those because we won't be seeing this part of the roof. We'll be cutting it off later on. Oh, not cutting it off, blocking it off, but it's gonna look nice. Now, a kamikaze creeper blew me up and tried to kill me, but only damaged my building a little. And I figured that the columns to window ratio here wasn't fitting in properly because it just didn't look right. It wasn't working. So what I did was I kind of moved everything just a little and just to make the windows fit, and it's one window on each side, but I want it to look nice, right? And I want it to look almost like everything works and fits and not anything that's awkward. And I personally think that the 4 pillars just fit so much better and look so much nicer, so we can carve out that window. But first I need to give that wall some touch-up makeup and make it look all pretty inside and out. And I have to, make sure it looks nice from a distance and checking my work pretty much. After I was satisfied by my own work and thought it looked nice, I went over to the other side and corrected the mistake over there too, so I kind of destroyed the wall and, filled it back up and, reconstructing it almost just to keep that, it's okay. It's okay to destroy what you make to make it look nicer at the end. Now, I didn't really like how the front area kind of looked. It just didn't look real nice. The doors didn't seem in the right place, neither did the windows. So we kind of had to destroy that area But, it's all about placing blocks, moving them, placing blocks. There's no mistake, just happy little accidents, like Bob Ross always said. But yeah, we moved the window formation, and I was much happier with the newer product that was kind of forming out of what we did. But first, we had to, of course, make sure all the texturing was correct. And I have to say, the arrowhead formation for those windows just came out so nice, and I really like this newer version. Now, for some of my buildings, I actually built an inner wall just to give it some more separation and a bit more reality to the gamification it has. So, yeah, it makes it look cool, okay? That's what I'm saying. It looks cool. I hope it looks cool. I don't know. I didn't ask anybody else but myself, but considering what I think it looks cool. And it's gonna look cooler when we place everything down and add some little details here and there. Now, this is where the inner wall shines, like I was kind of talking about. Since we separated the brick from the wood, or made that separation per se, we now have an area to kind of build out kind of like an actual place, like an actual inside area, hard brick outside, nice wood inside, and I think the floor just works so well with the building, and we have this little like service area for like grabbing money and putting it in deposits and whatever you would do at a bank normally. We get that wall. It's like almost like a cage saying nobody pass, like those old banks, because they couldn't rely too much on the people. And remember when I said we won't really be saying the roof? Well, we're going to be separating it with some polished andesite as kind of like an actual roof, like real buildings would have, and I think it's looking nice. Also adding 4 chandeliers. No, I'm lying. Lanterns from the roof because they fit with the vibe, and they're kind of the best light source I have. Moving on from the lanterns, we're actually going to add some paintings here and there. And, paintings always seem to bring the building together if you have an empty wall and don't know what to do with it. So, we're just gonna add a bunch of paintings, and with paintings, we need shelves. So I also decided to build some shelves, and I'm pretty happy with the shelves. Now, I don't know why they would have shelves back there, but whatever. It goes with the vibe, right? And we have a clock, but I redid it, and the clock looks nicer now. Yeah, it's a clock. It does clock things. But in all seriousness, that clock do be looking mighty fine over there in between those pictures. Very nice. And after a lot more wandering around my building because I wasn't sure what to add, I decided it'd be best to add a divider. One more divider just to like give more security, I guess. I don't know, I felt like it felt right. So we did that, and it looks alright. It's not the best, but it will work. Now, you must have been wondering, what, huh? Huh? Yeah, I understand you too. Where was I going to put all my goods? Because a bank has to put its goods in a vault, right? So I am gonna make a vault underground, of course, because it seems like the only way I'm gonna fit everything, I guess. unless I made like a giant building, but it's a small town, you know? A small thing. So we're gonna tuck it underneath, and I do have to say, I kind of regret using the marble. Oh, the marble took me so long to collect. Putting the marble thing aside, I was trying to get some sort of like Z thing going on the floor for a while, but it never seemed to work with like the carpet or whatever it was, the moss. So I ended up choosing just different textured marble for that. Now, since this place was an entire area made out of marble, it was pretty expensive. And, well, you know, I had to cut corners, okay? We're not that rich in this small town. So we had to cut corners, and we got it done after a few deaths in the nether, and I lost my pickaxe. You know, this and that happened, and I'm a bit salty about it, but hey, it's worth it if it looks cool, right? It's worth it if it looks cool. And I did add a wall for a reason. That is where our actual materials are going to go, our goods behind the wall, you know? And then I did the Z thing again. I might have an ego, but hey, can you blame me? You know, Z's my trademark, so that's what we went with, and I traced it with netherrack, and then I put some gold. I spent some gold on that Z, I'm gonna say so. And I ran out of materials before I could finish the top, so I came back and I filled it in a bit more, but not done just yet. Cutting the corners where I could cut them, I took the trim off this bottom area and replaced it with a different texture one. Using whatever extra we had, we were able to fill up the top. Finally getting these stairs installed, not only because I knew I could get a few more quartz bricks out of it, but also because I knew it would look freaking cool, okay? And hey, it looks pretty cool, I must say so myself. I've outdone myself. And of course, we have to move these ugly torches. Well, you know, they're pretty cool, but definitely not the type of setting for here. So we add some lanterns and they look cool. Now, don't go telling all the creepers about this area, okay? I'd be very upset if any of you guys leak where my goods are, okay? So, no creepers, no endermen. Actually, an enderman got here anyways, but no creepers. If any creepers come here, I'm so done. Because, like, this is literally all my riches are in here. And that would be, like, all my effort gone to waste. Further beautifying the area because, of course, the lanterns weren't enough. We actually installed some, what would you say? Armor? You know, decoration down in the vault because just a big empty room doesn't look very flattering and, you know, majestic, even though there's that cool Z gold sign. Copying one side to the other, we now have a beautiful looking, like, symmetrical underground area. And we got those armor stands down, we got the armor on them. You know, they're looking majestic, like, pretty cool. And of course we gotta seal them, making sure no one steals our armor and making it look real cool like a showcase. Well, everybody, I've rambled off far too long. I bet you guys probably didn't even make it this far, but if you did, let's go on a tour for our bank. And first off, let's go through the doors. And man, do they look cool. The bank and everything. We have this entry area where, you know, you're grabbing your stuff and saying hello to the people, the keepers, and if we walk through here after pressing this button, making it through the iron door, uh, we have these shelves and man, oh, look at that. So, thank you everybody for watching this episode. I hope you guys got inspired or enjoyed the episode. I just hope you guys enjoyed it, even if you didn't get inspired to make something like this. And to be honest, it took me a while, so I have been staying up quite late, and that's not good for me. So I should get some rest. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, we're all people. Be kind to each other, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am Zombie. See you later.